This is a place.
This is the place.
This is a place. We want to talk about. This is
Thank
a
you for listening to
place.
This is a Place podcast. My name is Brandon,
My name is Nate.
and we want to wish everyone happy National Absurdity Day.
What does that even mean?
It's just a day of absurdity. It's a hard word.
Yeah.
A day of absurdity. That's what it is. It's a
Okay.
fantastic way to liven up a dreary day because it's now we're in that lull between Halloween and this other fake holiday people like to pretend is as important as Christmas, but really isn't. And so it's just great to have a day where we're just absurd.
Okay. That's true. After daylight savings, I feel like it takes like 3 months to get acclimated to daylight savings.
Just in time for them to switch it back, basically.
And then you get used to it, and then it's like awesome when daylight savings happens in the spring. And you're like, wow, it's still light outside. But so many times over the last few weeks, I'm like, good heavens, it's late. I need to go to bed, and it's only like 6 o'clock. Just feels a lot later than it is. So maybe that's a good thing.
Pretty
Maybe we're
absurd,
being more productive.
honestly.
It's pretty absurd. Exactly. So we need something to break up the winter depression.
Yeah, and I threw some shade at Thanksgiving. You didn't bite on that like I thought you would, but
Yeah, we don't celebrate Thanksgiving. We just celebrate Brandon's birthday.
that's right.
That's all we do around here.
Don't you forget it.
I already had Thanksgiving. I had it on Sunday.
Really?
Yeah, my nephew Carter, which has been on the show at the very beginning
The
of the
very early
podcast.
days.
He's
Didn't he have his own podcast for a
he's
minute too?
For a half minute, they had their own podcast, and Caleb, who's now home from his mission, and now Carter's leaving for Minnesota.
So we gained a listener, but we lost one.
Yeah, so we he wanted to have Thanksgiving before he leaves today.
Ah,
Well, he's been doing what they do at home MTC now,
right.
and then they head to the MTC. So he's heading to the MTC today. But we had Thanksgiving on Sunday, and then this year is the year that, like, with my family, we go to our in-laws. And so we usually don't go to our in-laws. We just go to Black Bear Diner with my mother.
That's pretty good.
So there's the secret. So now if any of my in-laws listen to this, they know that we we don't want to go to no Thanksgiving. I don't know. Are you a Thanksgiving fan? You have
Not
to be because it's
really.
your birthday.
No, I think maybe that's why I don't like it as much because
I could
it's
see
always
that.
around my birthday. And it's kind of late
And
this year, being everybody's who's a traditionalist is going to have a very short Christmas season because you're missing out on a whole extra
like
7 days, basically.
like a whole week.
Yep. So I think it's fine. I really, turkey's fine. I don't like ham. I do enjoy side dishes and desserts, but that's about it. Other than that, it's just whatever. Not a big Thanksgiving guy.
Yeah, I like the fact that everybody celebrates Thanksgiving. And so um I feel like as far as the pressure of working during the weekend is less for me for my career choice. So I do like that. I do feel like that's the only time anybody ever wants to play football. But then the last few years, I've not really cared about playing football. I'd rather go play pickleball, play
Yeah,
football.
you've ruined it.
And then the whole just like all I feel like you just so much prep for the food and all that stuff for something that lasts 15 minutes, right? Just a lot of work for 15-minute meal.
I agree. So sorry to be a hater. It's just it is what it is. But either
Yeah.
way,
So I don't hate it, but I don't get like super excited for it, I guess I should say.
I get more
Except for
excited
the
for
fact
Super
that
Bowl food than I do for
Super Bowl, yeah,
Thanksgiving food.
I'm with you there.
And not to say I'm not excited for the Super Bowl, but the food is more a holiday. I don't know.
I just like food.
I just like food too. Speaking of food,
I was gonna say, speaking of food, wow, we're on the same page.
geez, Louise, we're on all cylinders today.
When you're out doing your holiday shopping, you can head over to Zuka Juice,
No, you can't.
which is now called Jamba Juice.
Okay. So you told me about this. Matt, our Quabity Ashewins guy, he peeked. He sometimes peeks to see what upcoming episodes we have. Little
Ooh,
cheater. He peeked and said, Zuka Juice. I love Zuka Juice. So excited for Zuka Juice. And I'd never heard of Zuka Juice. Don't have any clue what it
okay.
is, why it's a thing.
Why it's a
So
thing?
I'm
Well, let me
happy
let me tell you
to
the story.
hear the
Why don't you
story
sit
from
down,
you.
sit down,
Stay a spell.
yeah, sit by the fireplace, and I'll tell you a story. So, Zuka Juice went from blenders to a national brand. The journey began with Duffin household, where David A. Duffin watched his father make smoothies for the family. Inspired by the childhood memories, Duffin experimented with fruit juice drinks during his missionary service in Jamaica, which is still the scariest place I've ever been to date. Years later, as a student at Brigham Young University, Duffin combined his love for fruit drinks with his entrepreneurial ambition, creating Zuka Juice. And in 1995, which I was 15 years old, Duffin and his brother opened their first Zuka Juice store in Provo, Utah, armed with little more than a $20 blender from Walmart and the combined credit card limit of 15 credit cards of about $60,000 in total. The gamble paid off. In its first year, Zuka Juice grossed over 1 million. Sales skyrocketed in the following years, growing 12-fold in year two and more than doubling again by year three. By 1999, Zuka Juice had expanded to 98 stores across 8 states, using a mix of corporate and franchise models. Duffin, as CEO, knew that standing out in the crowded smoothie market was key. He focused on creating a unique brand identity from the catchy name to innovative marketing and product development. His leadership laid the foundation for Zuka Juice's rapid growth and success. One of Duffin's most strategic moves was negotiating a merger with Jamba Juice, Zuka Juice's largest competitor. This merger positioned the combined companies as a powerhouse in the smoothie industry, which projected sales of 150 million in 1999. While Utah stores retained the Zuka Juice name, locations in other states were converted to Jamba Juice, solidifying the national presence. So, in just a few years, Zuka Juice went from a college startup at BYU, which seems to be a place of a lot of startups, and now is a big national brand called Jamba Juice. And when they did merge back in March of 1999, a lot of the stores kept the Zuka Juice name, but then they slowly switched over to Jamba Juice. So Zuka Juice was basically, I think, I would say Utah's introduction to Jamba Juice. And it was huge, Brandon, back in the mid 90s when you're listening to your Green Day Offspring and all those
It
Nirvana, you would head over to Zuka Juice and get yourself a smoothie.
was synonymous with
It
those
was very, it was
early
very,
90s fans, mid
yeah,
90s, mid 90s.
yeah. It reminds me, I mean, it's totally like it's a staple in my teenage years because I like to me it was more of just like every other fad that comes and goes.
Mm-hmm.
But for a while, Zuka Juice, like you would have to wait forever in line to get your Zuka Juice. But how often do you go to Jamba Juice now and have a line out the door to get
Dude,
a
I
drink?
never go to Jamba Juice now. I
I
haven't
didn't even
been.
remember the last time I went. I do know like a few months ago, I feel like they did like $1 Zuka Juice Day or not Zuka Jamba
If
Juice
you
Day, and
want
I thought,
Nate to
ooh,
get
I'll
in
go
your
over, and I forgot.
establishment, you got to just
Yeah,
do a deal.
yeah, and I was gonna go over, and I totally forgot about it. But
Uh,
yeah, it's rare that usually I only go to Jamba Juice, like you're saying, if I have like a buy one get one free or something along those lines. But I'll never pay full fare for Jamba Juice.
yeah, I had a moment, it was probably in high school when I was really into Jamba Juice.
Okay, there you go. See, me
I
too. Zuka
found
Juice
it. Maybe
though,
it's just a high school thing. You go there when you're in high
maybe.
school because you think it's healthy. It's really not
Hmm.
at all in any way, shape, or form. But you trick
Well,
yourself.
that's a question. If you're gonna go, like I think in Jordan Landing, they have Jamba Juices right close by Baskin Robbins. So if
Right.
you're gonna go get ice cream or Jamba Juice, which one's gonna be a healthier choice?
Honestly, probably my guess is ice cream because it's
Ice
just so
cream?
much sugar. And sometimes I mean, they don't put ice cream in the smoothies, but everything else they put in them, all the sugar. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. There's definitely a lot of sugar.
I got really into Jamba when I found out about their secret menu. That was the first place I ever heard to have a secret menu, so it was exciting to me, you know?
Oh, I didn't know they had a secret menu.
And so I'd always go and get their, even if you just, I didn't even Google Jamba Juice. I Googled Zuka Juice and it brings up a couple images of what it looked like. The logo, obviously, doesn't ring a bell to me, which surprises me. Doesn't look familiar at all. But in the suggestions up at the top, it has the flavor of the secret menu that I prefer at Jamba Juice, which is the white gummy bear. So everybody must be in the same boat as me. That if they go to Jamba Juice, they want to get the secret menu, the
Well,
white
I
gummy
mean,
bear.
what is the white gummy bear?
Not a clue.
Okay. So, well, the employees know what it is, or has it been too long?
Oh yeah, they've got. I mean, they've got a whole thing. Let's find out. White gummy bear Jamba Juice.
Is that white gummy bear?
Man, it is good. I'm. It's almost convincing me to go there again. Peach and pineapple. Oh, so here we go. It does. It does have ice cream in it. Not actual ice cream. It has sherbet.
Sherbert?
So, sherbet, sherbet, sherbet. How do you say it? Sherbet. Sh-
Sherbert?
it says
Should I
sherbet.
say?
It's got white grape, pear, peach juice blended, pineapple sherbet, vanilla soy milk, orange sherbet, raspberry sherbet, mangoes, lime sherbet.
Wait, it's on their website. I say start order, and you can order it through their website. So, is it
Yeah,
really
it's
a
not so
secret
secret.
menu
Who does anybody have an
anymore?
actual secret menu anymore?
That's true.
But when secret menus were all the craze, this was the one. But yeah, you can just get it. You can just get it on the menu now, so not that exciting. But listen to that. That is not healthy. It's just ice cream. I mean, it's
Yeah,
450 calories. It's not terrible.
and that's probably the small size, right? So if
Yeah,
you're like everybody
true.
else and you get the you get the large.
Let's see what a large is. Doesn't tell me. Oh, here we go. 600
But
calories for a large.
did you put boost in there? Would you do like the protein boost or the vitamin boost or energy boost?
No, no, I never was a boost guy.
Or you could put something like healthy, like ginger boost or something like that, or
So did
whole
they do that
food.
kind of stuff at Zuka as well?
I feel like Zuko was the same thing. It's
Basically the
been a
same.
long time, but I feel like Zuka and Jamba were the same thing.
Hmm.
But I could be wrong. Like,
But I mean, Yeah, it just must be a high school thing. You just want to drink your meal in high school because you're on the go. So there's no
And you
time
burn
to,
calories so easily when you're in high school, right?
yeah, 600 calorie drink, no biggie. I was thinking as you were presenting the details of Zuka, he said the guy served his mission in Jamaica. I was like, Jamaica, Jamba. I mean, I can see it. I can see the connection. So I was thinking they eventually just changed their name, but they just
That's what
got
I kind of wondered for a while
bought out.
too. But now we know.
So where's this guy? What is he doing now? I mean, I feel like when people start a company, they that's a
They
habitual
move
thing.
on
They
to
keep
something
doing it.
else.
Yeah, move on to something else, especially with all their new money. But you don't know anything about him? What was his
I
name?
didn't go that far. David A. Duffin.
David A. Duffin. Let's find out.
You have to feel like that's
He's either dead
more.
or he's on LinkedIn.
I was gonna say, you don't know what you're gonna get when that's not like a super common name, but it's not uncommon either.
Not this guy, because this guy died in 97. I don't know. Oh, it's this kid.
Wait, hold on. This is in 2005, though. It says Zuka Juice founder David Duffin, president and CEO of Rumbi Island Grill,
There
is again partnering with Bradley Davis, vice president of development. So, wait,
you go. I knew it.
general counsel to build the national name. In 1999, the Zuka Juice team merged. So, sounds like
I
it's him.
knew he had to do something else. Yeah, and there you go. You can get Jamaican jerk at Rumby.
Good heavens.
We got to get David on the podcast.
Yeah, why did we not even think about that? Oh,
Reach
wait,
out.
time.
Oh yeah, we usually do things last minute. Just kidding. We plan big time in this podcast. You should know that. You don't shoot from the hip. You don't read off of Wikipedia. That's another episode we need to do. Rumby. I like Rumby.
I went to lunch with a friend yesterday. We headed over to Murray and 54th and State. And we saw the Zao sign. We're like, oh, let's go to Zao, but we didn't know where it was at. He's like, well, we're already at the other end of the parking lot. Let's just go to somewhere else. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, hey, what about Rumby? He goes, I hate Rumby. So we ended up at Jersey Mike's. Jersey Mike's is good, but they basically take a 6-inch sandwich and cut in half and make you think that it's a big sandwich.
But Danny DeVito doesn't lie.
They're good though. It was really good. It
They're
reminds me of
good.
Blimpie, which I love Blimpie. I wish Blimpie was still around. Blimpie was so much better than Subway.
Yeah.
But
We're gonna
no,
have to take
Jersey Mike's
your
is basically the new
word for
Blimpie in
it.
my opinion. It's just expensive. Like for like a 6-inch sandwich, it's like $10.
That's a lot of money.
So wait,
Well, we'll have to get David on at some point. He's provided us a lot of quality products here in the food department, one way
hold
or
on.
another.
Did he also start Zao Cafe? I'm just talking about that.
He started Zao.
I don't know. There's another guy named Dave Duffin, founder at Zao Asian Cafe.
Okay, we got to get this guy on. He's created
Like, what
everything.
has he? Is this the same guy?
It
I
has
feel like
a
it
name
might be.
like that in Utah. It has to be the same guy, unless all the Dave Duffins in Utah are coming out of the woodworks. Be like, we're just gonna ride high on this other guy that started Zuka Juice.
Yeah, here we go. It says, no surprise that Zao's owner is Dave Duffin, a Brigham Young University graduate who also launched two. That's where it ends on the Google search.
Well, what? Click the article.
I am. No surprise that Zao's owner is Dave Duffin, a Brigham Young University graduate who also launched two other quick serve concepts, Zuka Juice and Rumby Island Grill,
What are the
which he has
chances?
since sold. So I know he sold Rumby Island. Didn't he sell Rumby to like the Cafe Rio people
Yeah, something like
group?
that. The same people that
Well,
ruined
so
R&R.
he's a serial entrepreneur, restaurant guy, food guy. So good for him. He's obviously figured out what people want and
Yeah,
how to do it.
that's funny that we find
We
all
can't
three of
even
his
open up one
restaurants.
stupid restaurant. He's already done three. What the
Why
heck,
can't we do
Brandon?
one? Do you like Zhao? I don't like Zhao. Zhao's not my favorite.
I wanted to go yesterday because I haven't been there for a long time. I'll be honest with you. The reason I wanted to go is
You
because
had
the
a deal.
first time I went to Zao was like a month after I stopped drinking soda.
Oh,
And then they had Mexican Coke on the fountain. I don't know if they still do. So I wanted to go back for the Mexican Coke
they
since I
probably
know
did
I don't
when
drink
Dave was in
soda.
charge, and now that he's not, he got rid of it.
Probably. Wait, I think he might still be in charge of. Well, I don't know. That was an older article. He might have sold that too. So here we go.
You see, people like that, they just keep doing stuff, you know? You're not gonna find someone like that that just has one restaurant. They're gonna they're gonna do more. Do you remember where they had any Zuka juices?
I
Did they
know
just take over
the Jamba.
Jamba?
Yeah, a lot of them just took. Yeah, so like the Jamba, the one we went to was the one over in Midvale by the Walmart, Big Dale Outlet, which is now still Jamba Juice.
It moved locations. It used to be in Jordan Landing in a different spot. It used to be over by the movie theater, and then they moved it
Mm-hmm.
to, or you said over by Baskin Robbins.
Yeah, good point. But there's another restaurant. I'm just hungry right now, but over in the Midvale one we used to go to is another restaurant called the Teriyaki Grill, which is
Mm.
really good. So you can go to Teriyaki Grill, eat a healthy lunch, and then eat a unhealthy dessert at Jamba Juice next door.
Dessert. Yeah, it is a dessert. That's exactly what it is. I was hoping to find some Zuka Juice
It kind of reminds me
reviews.
of do you remember of course you do, the Seinfeld episode where they have fat-free yogurt and everyone
Yeah,
thinks it's so healthy. That's what Zuka and Jamba Juice was, right? We thought we were being all healthy, and I think we still do
it's
sometimes,
yeah, it's
but
fat-free yogurt.
at least you're getting your fruits and possibly some vegetables. Maybe you get the green smoothie. I think they have a green smoothie that
Yeah, and you
probably
can
is
get
pretty
the
healthy.
kale, all that nasty stuff.
And then it's not really a treat at that point,
Yeah. Then what's the point? You know?
right? Right. It's like eating gluten free. What's the point?
Well, some people they get the point
Well, I
really
know,
quick.
but yes, I just live with it.
You what?
I just deal with it.
Wait, you have the problem?
I don't know. Some days I wonder.
Interesting. So don't be around Nate if he's
I'm
got
sure my
something
life would
going.
be healthier if I reduced my gluten
There's a
intake,
lot of things
increased
we could
my
do to make our lives
vegetables, and
healthier.
yes. So just haven't done it yet.
One of them would be
Someday.
going to Zuka Juice because things used to be healthy when it was Zuka Juice. Now it's
Well,
Jamba
they have like
Juice.
the grass. You
What's
can
that?
eat the grass. They have
That is
grass at Jamba Juice.
that's the best part about going into a Jamba Juice is the smells. It just smells so good in there. So fresh.
Okay.
So so healthy. Do you get that same feeling when you walk in?
Yeah, it's a different vibe
It
for
is a
sure.
different vibe. And I'm sure it was the same with Zuka. I never went. But they do have a lot of that edible grass, don't they? But I don't see anybody getting it. They're just getting the sherbet.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, internet was still fairly new when Zuka Juice sold, so I don't know if you're going to find reviews unless you
Yeah.
find some Facebook page that's like dedicated. You find Jamba Juice reviews, but it's not going to be the same, right?
It's not the same. We need Zuka juice. It is a cool little image. It kind of looks Reminds me of Rainforest Cafe. Or
Hmm.
it looks enough like Jamba Juice.
Yeah, that's why I was saying I kind of wondered till today if they were the original starters of Jamba Juice, but it sounds like Jamba Juice was already around and they just merged.
He kind of copied the concept and ran with it.
Sounds like it. Or did Jamba Juice change their image to match Zuka?
This is kind of cool. Back in those days, they had an ad or something for a drink called the Cold Warrior. It says fight off the terrible effects of the common cold using the secrets of our tribal medicine man. This Zuka has 2,700% RDA vitamin C and Chinekia. Four other cold fighting ingredients: orange juice, orange sherbet, bananas, and peaches. 5 out of 5 medicine men recommend it.
5 out of 5. Reminds me of that guy. Have you seen the guy on social media that does the 5 stars
I
for
love that
everything?
guy. 5 stars.
5 stars
I
for
quoted it
everything.
last episode. You didn't catch it.
Did you?
I did.
5 stars. Maybe I did.
I love it. 5 stars.
It's 5 stars. Just everything you just bash it and they go 5 stars. Genius.
There's no reviews. Nobody's talking about Zuka. It's too old.
Too old, like Mike Tyson.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Too much Zuka juice forces store closures in Salt Lake. Oh, oh, that's funny. So in 2000, April of 2000, Zuka Juice will close the doors of 4 stores in Salt Lake City over the next 2 weeks as a result of market oversaturation.
Yeah.
So they
I always
closed a
get
bunch.
worried with when the big fad comes to town
It's like
and everybody either copies it or they open up too many stores.
we had cupcakes. That was a craze.
Yeah, cupcakes. I mean, donuts seem to come and go.
Yeah. Donuts are
Donuts
usually
and then
pretty
frozen. I
consistent.
mean, frozen yogurt has come and gone a few times in my lifetime.
Yeah. Cookies is
It's
right. I don't know. Is cookies still a
cookies. I
craze?
wonder how long that seems to be sticking around a little bit. So we'll see how long that sticks.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like soda too. I don't know if soda's gonna go away. Soda seems like
I think there's too many
there's too
soda
many.
shops now. I'm
Yeah.
already starting to. Here's a sign. We already talked about this. When Nate wants to go to your establishment because you have a deal and there's a coupon and it's super cheap, then odds are you're going out of business, right?
Hmm.
So I've already starting to see like a bunch of coupons for soda places.
Really?
But then again, soda is not like super expensive, so I guess you could make things go. But there's a lot of, anyways, it's just interesting. And yeah, there's just a lot of franchises that have come and gone. Not necessarily started in Utah, but
Well,
remember
there's plenty that
Dickies?
started here that we
Dickies
could talk
was like
about.
everywhere. Remember Dickies was like more like than McDonald's, and then now there's like one I know of. Quiznos was another one that came and went. Like I said,
Yeah.
they're not Utah related, but just fads that come and go, or
Yeah.
they expand too quickly. What was that one place we wanted to go to just recently? The box
Oh, Feast
Feast
Box?
Feast box. Didn't they open up like 10 locations at once and then we didn't even make it over there before they all closed down?
Yeah, the same for what was it? We went to that chicken place when we were in Provo that one time for the Norman
Oh,
coffee.
yeah.
Dirty Bird?
Dirty Bird.
Those all
Was
closed
it a Dirty
down.
Bird? Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of chicken. Like there's Pretty Bird or something like
That's the
that.
fad right now is the hot chicken,
Yeah.
which
What's the one like the
I
hot
love
one?
it.
Hot Texas or something like that?
Houston hot chicken.
Yeah, I went to that one like a month or so ago, the one in American Fork or Lehigh.
But Pretty Bird's been around for a long time. That's probably like the OG here in Utah. But I'm just not a big fan of it. I don't know. It's fine. It's not my thing.
Right, right. I've only gone there because it's like a work lunch type thing. Like I don't go there on my own.
Yeah. There will always be fads, always be crazes, and the only thing we can count on is Mr. Duffin to capitalize on one of them. He's gonna do it.
I wonder what he's going to start next.
What will he do next when he's done with Zhao? What's he gonna move on to? That's why we need to have him on the
He's done
podcast.
Jamaican. He's done Hawaiian. He's done now Chinese, I guess. Is it
Korean.
Chinese?
I think it's
Is that what it
Korean.
is?
What is it?
I don't know. Is it Japanese,
Asian
Korean,
fusion.
Asian? Just Asian. We'll
I
just
think
say
it's Asian
Asian.
fusion is what it's called.
So is he
Um,
going to open up the new Mexican Los Bertos?
that's gonna be a tough one because I think that's pretty handled pretty strong hand on it. The big two. Asian Cafe. Zhao Modern Asian Cafe. So there you go. Can't even say what. It's not specific to a country. It's just Asian, and it's fine. But Mr. Duffin, let us know what you're gonna do. What you're gonna do next. We're just dying to know.
We're on pins and the needles.
We're gonna have to reach out and find out for ourselves. But let us know what you thought of Zuka or Jamba or which franchise of Mr. Duffin we should review next. Let us know in the comments. Smash that like button, hit subscribe,
Yeah.
and always make sure you give us 5 stars.
5 stars. Is that what you did last time?
I don't remember what the context was, but it was really subtle.
5 stars.
5 stars.
Yeah.
But until then, thank you for listening to This Is a Place podcast.
And this was a place we just talked about. Although gone, we still talked about it. Or is it gone? It's still here.
Maybe they'll come back.
It's here. Jamba Juice. It's Zuka Juice. Oh, we didn't say if you ever went to Zuka Juice. We want to know.
Yes, I did.
Yes, you did. 5 stars.
5 stars.